Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. Another episode of Transfer Talk, my lord. We've got a few streams planned. The start of the season not too long away, and then we can stop talking about fucking transfers. Because obviously when the season starts, we will do maybe one a week, maybe one or two a week. No more than that. Once the season starts, this show is done. Thank God, because there's so many bullshit. These clubs, I mean, only United have really done much. Big up to Kenny. Fight me, says Mustafa. Big up everyone. Big up to DJ Sav. Now, me and you wear suits for how to fix Arsenal. I don't even think I need a suit. I just need my brain. But I need to find out. Probably sometime next week we can do that stream if you're up for that. It's Thursday. I finished school 2 years ago. Love it. Love it. Trippier over Dalot. That's not even a question after last night's performance from Diego Dalot. But yes, no transfer talk at all from next week yet because I'll be busy. But we're talking Kieran Trippier today to Manchester United. We're also talking Robert Lewandowski, who is apparently going to stay at Bayern Munich. I'm shocked. Adama Traore, Jurgen Klopp wants Adama Traore, apparently. Yeah, I'm sure he does. Hector Bellerin wants to leave Arsenal. Really? I'd have paid for his taxi by now. And Manchester United are they're willing to let Brandon Williams go out on loan. But some interesting things regarding this, because it leaves them short. It does leave them short, but we'll get into that sort of in a second. So, was the Dalot that bad? Yeah, he was shocking. The last transfer talk will be deadline day, I believe. We've got a deadline day special. So on deadline day, we're gonna do probably like an 8-hour stream or something. So yeah, it'll be great. If he let an 18-year-old player skip past him, it wasn't great. I'll take Adama if he only plays right back for us. Yeah, he can't score assists, can he? But yeah, on deadline day, we're going to have like an 8-hour stream, probably split up into 2 4-hour segments, which is going to be really fun. I'm really excited for that. But yeah, we're going to do proper deadline day. Let's talk Kieran Trippier. Kieran Trippier expects any move to Manchester United to materialise towards the end of the window. Wouldn't surprise me if it is on deadline day. United prioritise the signings of Jadon Sancho and Rafael Varane, and now have placed an emphasis on outgoings in order to secure any more incomings. Trippier, 30, has entered the last year of his Atletico Madrid contract. Bullshit. He's got actually 2 years left. So Manchester Evening News still... Right, they're that dumb. Right, okay, I'll break this down to you guys. Basically, Kieran Trippier has got 2 years of his contract left because he played a certain amount of games that added a year onto his contract. So I will do the bit that Manchester Evening News couldn't do, which is actually understand a contract. Trippier has actually not ended his last year of his contract. He's got 2 more years left. Members of Yeah, so Atletico Madrid contact and wants to join his boyhood club United, having arranged for his family to relocate to Manchester. Members of Trippier's family are understood to have spoken confidently about the likelihood of the England international signing for United. Other Premier League clubs are also interested. There's been speculation that Atletico could outprice Trippier of a move, but United successfully negotiated lower fees for Sancho and Varane. And Atletico, whose debt stands at $1 billion, will come under pressure to obtain a fee. Pressure, yes, not that much. Niall, have you seen the news with Pogba? I have not. Kenny has not sent me news on Pogba. Big up everyone, says Chris. Virgil van Dijk playing tonight only for 20 minutes. Great to see him back. Him and Gomez play again. Yeah. Big up to DC as well. But on Kieran Trippier, I mean, this is going to be quite brief. I mean, most of the story is going to be quite brief because let's be real. The only one we really need to talk about is probably Brandon Williams and really update on that. So, for me, for Kieran Trippier, I think it will happen. I think Pogba to Liverpool was from tier 4. Wow. Yeah, he ain't going to Liverpool. They wouldn't. You have a wage structure at Liverpool. Pogba smashes that. If you sign Pogba on 400k, well, guess what? Salah's going to be like, hi, I want my 400 grand. Fucks your wage structure. It would never happen. That is the most bullshit rumour I've ever heard in my life. But yeah, on the Kieran Trippier, I think it definitely will happen towards the end of the transfer window. It could even potentially be a deadline day sort of thing. It's something that will happen. And look, is it a good signing? Yes. Does it improve Wan-Bissaka? Well, it should make him work harder, that's for sure. Wan-Bissaka's positioning is the one thing that lets him down on a regular basis. Having Kieran Trippier in there does work quite well there. So look, this could easily happen. It's not completely out of the question. And I do think that, you know, it is most likely to happen. But as I say, near the end of the window, United really prioritising on outgoings. Don't forget, obviously, they've also wanted yeah, no, I'm not even going to accept that. I mean, we'll do it tonight, but I doubt it. Right. No, Liam, I cannot multitask like that. But yeah, I do think this will happen. It's probably just going to be right to the end, isn't it? Kenny, your tier sources is shite. No, that is bullshit. Why would you do that? So it completely ruins Liverpool's wage structure. You can't afford him. I mean, your highest earner is what, 200k a week? Pogba's going to want double that. So no, it ain't going to happen. Do you think United could play 3 at the back with wing backs? Not saying going to happen. Trippier assures wing backs, Wan-Bissaka. No. I think what we'll see is Trippier push Wan-Bissaka for that right back spot with Varane and Maguire. I think with Varane and Maguire, you don't need to play 3 at the back. You really don't. That is a good enough back 4. Luke Shaw is a good enough left back. And then if you can get a DM, that just makes it easier. So no, I don't think that. From all the talk, it looks like he wants to move to a 4-3-3, not a 3-5-2. So no, I don't think that will happen. Kenny, your sources are shite. I don't want Pogba. I want Saul Niguez. Savic, you are clear of Pogba. I think Trippier is going to be a Tellez type player. Maybe. Yeah, I agree. Now I'll stick with back 4. Back 4 is just a bit better. Trippier is better than Wan-Bissaka. I would agree at the moment. Well, look, although I said this on a reply to one of Reese's tweets. Wan-Bissaka is the best one-on-one defender in the league. No one touches him. He is the worst defender for positioning. And that's the way I summarize it. He's very, very good at one-on-ones. Ask him to do anything positionally, shocking. Going forward, he's just not good enough, is he? Pogba too good for any midfield Liverpool have, says Mustafa. I mean, yeah. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. But yeah, I mean, this one, as I said, keep your eyes out. It is going to be an interesting one, and I do expect more developments on this as the window goes on. But let's talk Robert Lewandowski. Let's talk about this guy, because it was reported a few times Chelsea were going to put a bid in. They were like, yeah, we're keen. No. So what has been said? So Bayern Munich president Herbert Hanya has admitted that star striker Robert Lewandowski will not be leaving the German Giants this summer, amid ongoing speculation linking him with a move to the Premier League. The Poland international, who has established himself as one of the best finishers in the world in recent years, has been frequently linked to a move to Manchester City, and in recent months, whilst Chelsea have reportedly stepped up their pursuit of him more recently. It was recently reported in the national media that Chelsea were lining up a 50 million move for the former Borussia Dortmund man and had entered discussions with his agent. City, however, have never been close to considering a deal, despite frequently being linked with his signature. So with this one, I don't see... this definitely doesn't happen. For me, I need to go onto my Twitch. There we go. But yeah, I don't see this happening for obvious reasons. I think Robert Lewandowski wants to probably end his career in Germany, which, you know, would make an awful lot of sense. And I just don't see it happening. Kenny is saying that Amber Rudd's daughter is the worst person ever. I don't even know I don't even know what you're saying, Kenny. I don't even know who she is. Velv, you were lucky to... How do I mute this? Oh, my Lord. It annoys me because someone's just entered the chat room. There we go. Someone's just entered the chat room. They need to be blocked. There we go. I just need to block someone off Twitch because they're saying, "Want to become famous?" Now, I'd rather punch you in the face. Time out. Bam. There we go. Banned. Excellent. So, in terms of this one, let's go to some comments. Trippier got a challenge for position if he goes to United and returns to Premier League. But it'll be good to add to the side going into next season. I'd love Lua to reunite with Klopp at Liverpool. Klopp is the reason why Lewandowski is where he is today. Yeah, well, that's not happening, is it? That's not happening. He would if we went for him because of Klopp. No, I don't see it. I think he just wants to stay in the Bundesliga. I think he wants to stay in the Bundesliga. He's been in Germany for such a long time. He's no interest going anywhere else. He's at that age where I think he's quite comfortable at Bayern Munich now. He gets plenty of goals. He has a great time over there. So I don't see him leaving Munich ever. I see him probably staying, probably absolutely staying at Munich and retiring there. If you're deluded, I agree. Lewandowski will stay. Chelsea striker dilemma is very interesting and could go on to deadline day, which would be amazing. Absolutely, that'd be great for me. I'd love it. Kenny, like your knowledge is a disgrace. Lewis wants to stay in the Farmers League. I mean, I wouldn't say that. Shut up, Oh, Max. I was just about to say MSC. He's not in the chat, mate. Bundesliga is Farmers League. Why do you have a Kenny agenda? Lewis not going to Liverpool. That is true. So, we've done that one. Let's talk Adama Traore. Yes, big man. Callie says Werner could well score 20 goals plus this season, though, in my opinion. Always that potential. Always that potential that he could. He could. I think his confidence is shot in front of goal. I think he will be better on the left-hand side for Chelsea and in the Premier League. I don't see him as a striker. He was never clinical in the Bundesliga. He always needed 5, 6, 7 chances before a goal would go in. He was never a clinical striker. So, I mean, the way I see it is Chelsea went, I know he's got lots of goals, we'll go buy him. It appears that they didn't really scout Werner, because if they had, they'd have realised that he's about as clinical as Morata. But I do agree, he could. Why would Lewandowski go from Kimmich to Thiago? Bundesliga, Premier League, different type style of leagues. Yeah, 100%, 100%. But Klopp, Adama Traore. So Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp would make Adama Traore his priority this summer. The Reds could offer a sum of money plus a player for the winger. This concerns Origi, Shaqiri, Minamino, or Nat Phillips. That is according to Marca. I'm not sure. Well, they're Spanish, so that will be why, because Adama Traore is Spanish. Would be interesting to see which player they were to offer. I don't think Wolves necessarily need a centre back. They've got Kilman, they've got Cody, they've got Dendonka, so I don't really see them needing a Nat Phillips. Shaqiri, that might be an idea. Origi, Wolves have got Jimenez, so would they really take Origi? I could see Minamino going over to there as a sort of like for like replacement in a way. That could work. I could see that happening. So yeah, I think obviously they've got Jimenez, haven't they? So I doubt they'll go for Origi. So yeah, I think Shaqiri or Minamino would be the only two that I think they would need. I don't think they need a centre back. I don't think they need a striker either. Wolves wanted Origi in January. Well, yeah, that's because Jimenez was out with a fractured skull, you muppet. Like, let's be real. Why did they want Origi? Because they didn't have a striker, because flipping Jimenez had a broken skull. So, I mean, of course they wanted a striker. But Jimenez is back now, obviously now wearing that protective band on his head, which is brilliant to see. Brilliant to see him back. As long as the bandage keeps him okay, then yeah, I think that would work. Shaqiri, only player Wolves would want. I agree. Bayern wants to keep him. Mustafi, you're upset that he chose us over you. So Dharma link is quite strange. It's him or Bowen for Liverpool. Then weird stuff. Liverpool never spend big. But it is conceivable that they might just let this happen. Shaqiri wants to go to Italy. That is true. They wanted Origi in January. Yeah. They have no backup striker. That's a lie. They have Fabio Silva, who is the backup striker. Fabio was never meant to play as many games as he did last season. Fabio Silva is that backup striker. He was just never meant to be the number one striker. So, yeah, they've got a backup striker. I don't think they'll take Origi. I think they'll take Shaqiri. I think they'll take Minamino. I don't think they need Nat Phillips. I'm 50-50 on Traore, pace merchant. Yeah, he is, pace and oil merchant. I forgot about Fabio Silva. Bowen, the whole legend. Well, you're right. Origi can play left wing as well. Yeah, but why would you why would you get Origi if you could just get Minamino or Shaqiri? Shaqiri can play on the left, Minamino who can play on the right. Why would you not just take one of them two? Wolves won't take Origi. I bet you money Wolves don't take Origi. No one would. Origi is shit. Origi is so shit. He's such a shit footballer. A bit like your club. Sorry, that was a bit rude of me. On to another player I really, really do not rate. Hector, I'm a shit Bellerin. So Hector Bellerin, the world's shittest right back, is apparently wanting to leave Arsenal. Now, if I'm an Arsenal fan, I've already paid for the taxi to get him out of the club. Adama Traore, just a French Dan, he's Spanish, not French. Just a Spanish Dan James with baby oil money. Love it. Origi prefers to be striker, but we play him on left wing for some reason. Are you doing the... No, I'm going to do it after because it's really difficult to host and to be making a thumbnail. It is really difficult. Valve says Origi ain't shit. Hamping him consistent game time. I think he should go Mönchengladbach. I don't think Mönchengladbach would go for him. Look, he played crossbar challenge with Burnley, mate. I won't forget that. Get him gone, falls over his own feet, this guy. No, he's so shit. So shit. Jesus, Bellerin can't even take a throw-in. That's true. So what has been said on Hector Bellerin? Hector Bellerin's representatives will meet with Arsenal's technical director, Edu, in London as the Spaniard looks to seal a move away from the club. Football London understands the Arsenal defender wants to leave the club this summer. His representative is currently speaking with a number of teams in Italy and Spain, with Inter the front runners to land him right now. Bellerin, who has 2 years remaining on his current contract, is keen on leaving North London after spending over a decade at the club, but Arsenal are only prepared to let him go on several conditions. Obviously, most of these conditions, how much money are they going to get? They're going to want a bit of money. Are they going to want to bring in a replacement for Bellerin before he goes? These are all the sorts of questions Arsenal need to ask themselves. And I said that they wasted 50 million on Ben White. They should have brought in Max Aarons, Bissouma, whoever. They should have spent that money more wiser. So yeah, that's the way I see it. 5 p.m. for Torquay Argyle guys. Make sure to tune in for that one. Got some views, championship predictions, which are great. Yep, not a problem. We're not giving Origi consistent game time for a reason. Not good enough. Should have let him go a few years back when Barcelona were in for him. That is true. Bellerin needs to go. It's time to go. It is time to go. Not good enough, Chris. He ain't better than them. Well, you know, he's just... Origi and Bellerin are just not good enough, period. But that's enough on Bellerin. Look, Inter are the front runners to get him. The deal is looking like it'd be a loan with a options buy or an obligation to buy. So yeah, I do see it happening. Max says Aarons and Bissouma and you good Arsenal. PSG offered 25 mil. They did. Bookies fancy him to go into big time. Yeah, Inter are the front runners. Yeah, he absolutely is a moment's player. That is for sure. But the last bit I want to talk about before, obviously, I open the lines up is Brandon Williams. Obviously, Brandon, if you've watched the channel, Brandon Williams is a player I absolutely love. His shithousery is brilliant. The fact that he is happy to chuck Callum Hudson-Odoi into the stands of his own stadium, I love that shit. That shithousery is what I live for. I love that shithousery. So, Brandon Williams, well, what's going on? Manchester United are prepared to let fullback Brandon Williams leave on loan. Right back Diego Dalot's future is uncertain amid interest from AC Milan, and left back Alex Telles is sidelined until September with an ankle injury. So, what happens if Shaw gets injured? Who's playing left back? No one. Because if Telles is injured and Shaw gets injured, don't forget Shaw had fractured ribs and he might not make the start of the season. In fact, that's a very good fucking point. Is he back in? He's not back in training yet. He might not even make the start of the season. United have to be really fucking clever about this. Brandon might actually have to stay for the first part of August, get him through August. Because don't forget, the English players aren't even back at training. Yeah, they're coming back soon. Are they even going to be ready for the start of the season? I doubt it. They all played in Euros, didn't they? So I think United need to keep hold of Brandon Williams for August. I think Brandon Williams will go out on loan towards the end of the August window. That's how I see it. Kenny says, Telles. Hello, dickhead. Listen, right, Kenny, open your ears. You see these things? Open them. Alex Telles is sidelined until September with an ankle injury. Do I need to speak? Kenny, Telles is sidelined until September with an ankle injury. Have you got that, Kenny? Do you not listen to what we talk about? I swear, Kenny's just like this. He's got his fingers in his ears going la 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 twat. I remember Williams fighting Neto. Yeah, Williams will fight anyone. But I love that fire, that determination, that shithousery. Banter, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, United very short on the left back situation. I said that he was injured about 3 minutes ago, mate. How slow are you? So yeah, with Alex Telles injured, Kenny, stop lip-syncing the headphones. Kenny, you twat, he's out. Yeah. So yeah, in terms of Brandon Williams, I think they'll keep him through August. So Luke Shaw's not back yet. So I think we need. I think United and Ollie are seeing Brandon Williams as. Brandon Williams might actually be able to save himself from going out on loan. Not that he should. I think a loan move is absolutely right for him. But for me, with Brandon, he'll play left back. I think first game of the season against Leeds. I think Brandon Williams will play that game because I don't think Luke Shaw's going to be better, done by them. I seriously don't think that Luke Shaw will be back by then. I think he was only just getting back into fitness soon. When he's back, obviously. And with Telles injured, well, who do you play? You probably play Brandon Williams. He's your most senior left back after them two go. So Brandon will maybe play Leeds. You could easily, maybe Shaw will be back for the second game of the season. I'm not sure who you're playing. But you could see Brandon Williams play one of those games. And then go out on loan. So yeah, we'll absolutely see there. We'll see with that because I think he will end up on loan. I think Southampton is probably his best shout as well. Could see Trippier move at the end of the window while Williams goes out on loan. Yeah, I think deadline day or closer to deadline day. I think United will let Williams go when they bring in Trippier. If they don't, I think Dalot is going out on loan. I think Dalot will go on loan. If they can keep Trippier, they'll keep. If they can get Trippier, they'll keep Trippier. They'll bring in Trippier. Brandon will go out on loan. If they can't get Trippier, I think Brandon will stay at United and will try and push for that right back. So we'll have to wait and see for that one. How many have we took to talk? Mate, I have absolutely no idea, mate. I have no idea. I don't work in the ticket office at Argyle. Trippier can play left back if we sign him. Yeah, but you're not signing him before the window, before the first game of the season. You're getting Trippier towards the end of the window. That would suggest me he ain't going to be there for the first game of the season against Leeds. What do you mean depends on Williams? I'm confused. The South Coast team are currently short of right back and left back options following the departure of Ryan Bertrand, and they regard Williams as perfect man to fill in the void at the St Mary's Stadium. Williams has played a sporadic role at United's first team over the past 12 months, and the club are understanding of the fact that he needs regular minutes to hone his development. Williams' future at Old Trafford is still regarded with an aura of optimism in mind. The fullback's ability to play on both flanks and his prowess, both at academy level and during an excellent initial spell in the first team, has left an incredible impression. The first 50 games, with 50 first team United appearances under his belt, Williams has racked a fair amount of action at first team level by the age of 20. However, the potential arrival of Kieran Trippier could see him falling further down the pecking order. So, I do see him going to Southampton. I think they'll just have to wait until you bring in Trippier. I think that's how it works. Can you please get a hearing aid? Southampton might want him early. They may well want him early, but they may just be told, look, we're getting Kieran Trippier in at the end of the window. You can have him at the end of the window. We need him for August. Southampton will probably accept that. I mean, they have wanted Brandon Williams for quite some time. He's flexible, can play on the left and right. Makes sense for them to wait for him. Have to go, mate. Have a good rest of the stream. Thank you, Chris. But what I'll do now is I'll put the link in the chat to allow you lot to come on and have your say. Obviously, the stories we're talking about today: Kieran Trippier to Manchester United, Robert Lewandowski to stay at Bayern Munich, Adama Traore to end up at Anfield, Hector Bellerin to leave Arsenal and go to Inter Milan, and Brandon Williams to go out on loan to Southampton. Those are the stories we are talking about today. And straight away, we've got Sheffield United fan Aaron and Manchester City fan Kenny. How are we both doing, guys?
Recovering after last night's humiliation.
Yeah, I did hear about this. What happened?
The first goal, Jones needs to learn from that. He's a young keeper. He needs to learn from that.
Could I just say my keeper's never done that, but you may continue. My keeper over your keeper.
The weird thing is, he did get that warning against Newcastle because he almost did it against Newcastle, but he just saved himself.
If he does that in League One, he's going to get torn to shreds.
Well, that's why we're looking at another goalkeeper to compete for that spot, not really to grab the number one spot.
But are you thinking of getting another kid in on loan as goalkeeper?
No. There's talk of a loan, but a more experienced one that knows the Football League. But also there's talk of maybe a permanent one because we did bring on a trialist goalkeeper for the last 15 minutes of the match, who's a permanent if we get him on a free. So
I mean, Argyle brought in Callum Burton as backup to Coops, which makes sense. Callum Burton had a good season at Cambridge, to be fair, as well. We've also signed someone called Broom. Peterborough or Burton. Well, I can't remember. Where did he play last season? Did he play Burton or Peterborough? I think he was at Peterborough on loan at Burton. I believe
so, yeah.
Something like that.
Apart from that first goal, Sheffield United were far superior. They looked like they were more up for it. We didn't allow ourselves to get into the rhythm of our play.
Can I just say, Argyle only lost 2-1 to Sheffield United when we played them.
Yeah, I know, I get that. I think basically what
I just wanted to say that. I like saying it because I like saying it because it's the same scoreline that United got against Sheffield United.
Oh yeah, I knew you were going to revel in this. I just think we just didn't get into our rhythm, and Sheffield United were just far superior. We did have a couple of little spells, and Matt Smith in the midfield again. Even in our worst performance in pre-season, he still showed he could do some great stuff this season. So Matt Smith in the midfield could arguably be one of the best lone midfielders in League One. I can definitely see that happening this season.
Do you know what? I'll allow that because Argyle don't have any loanies in midfield.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't really compete with us on that one. But apart from Matt Smith and a couple of little spells,
I'll take 6 permanent midfielders over getting a loanee in, mate. I'm not, mate. When I'm sat at Home Park watching the likes of Danny Mayer, Conor Grant, Panucci Camara, Broom, Adam Randall, Houghton, mate, trust me, I'm not desperate to get a loanee in.
Oh, I knew that. But yeah, apart from Matt Smith and a couple of spells, we're far superior. I think Wellens even admitted in pre-season. And this is what I've loved about Wellens, win or lose.
Did Brewster score?
No, it was 2 in fact, I've got the score with me on my phone because I've just done it as a graphic for Ed to the review.
Callie, you are a Peterborough fan as well. He played for Burton, did Broom. He's just wasn't good enough to stay with us this season. What's he like? Is he good? What's he like? Because I've seen Argyle fans not quite jizzing themselves, but certainly excited. Let me know what he's like. Is he good? Is he good for League One? I suppose that's the question. And sort of, is he box to box, defensive, attacking? I know he scored against us, so he's got to score a few goals for us to be forgiven for that. But yeah, what's he like? Is he box to box, defensive, or a cam? Like, I'd love to know.
But yeah, so 23 minutes Oliver Burke, and then 35th minute and 45 plus 4 minutes Lise Mousset, and then 82nd minute Kieran Freeman. But to be fair, Brewster came on and put himself about a bit. Just didn't really get into the best final third options. So
Did he fall over? Did he fall over the ball?
I think he did once.
Yeah, he's still doing that.
I think so.
He did that against us.
But one thing I did like after the match is that Wellings is not like Darren Moore, where he'll sugarcoat that performance. He'll come out and say exactly what it is. And basically, we've come out and said we are going to bring in, hopefully, at least one of our trialists. We are interested in bringing in Lewis Reed from Peterborough. If we get that on a free, that's a brilliant deal. He's basically come out and said we're going to bring in we're going to bring some more new players in. Any of the dev wall we're going to shift on, and we look forward to try and get the win over Harrogate, end pre-season on a high, go into the start of the season. So I like that with Wellens. He's not sugarcoating it, no cliches, just telling it how it is, and that's what we've needed for a while now. So overall for the performance, it's one we can just write off. Just write it off, let it go. It's one of those things that you just knew was going to happen at some point. And just focus on beating Harrogate in a few days before starting off the season against Wimbledon on Saturday next week.
I must say I'm very excited for the start of the season now. I feel like Doncaster are getting relegated. Callie says,
start off on a high.
Callie says, we didn't see much of him, to be fair. When we signed him, he was excited, to be fair. We were going for promotions. Yeah, good move for him. He's more of an attacking midfielder, to be fair. Should pop up with a few goals and assists, for sure. Attacking. I'm trying to work out how an attacking midfielder gets into our midfield. I'm guessing he'll have to play an 8. He's probably back up to Mayo, actually.
Probably.
Not back up, but more of that Mayo. Yeah, he's more of that Mayo type player because Conor Grant and Panucci Camara will probably be the ones to swap. Adam Randall and Houghton are probably the ones who'd do that role together. I think Broom and Mayer. But to be fair, I said in the Argyle show last night that I wanted another midfielder in. We've got another midfielder in, so a bit more depth. Just need to get a fourth striker, and we are ready for the start of the season. I'm only one loanee. Have we even got a loanee? Who's a loanee?
I don't think you have. I don't think you have a loanee.
No, we don't. No.
But yeah.
We don't have a loanee. Yes, get in there.
Yeah, you don't. And lastly, we've brought in Aidan Barlow now, so hopefully he can. It's a 1-year deal, and I know people have said, "Why is it a 1-year deal? Is it because of finances?" No, it's not. It's a 1-year deal because it's make or break. We're not risking it with more years. He's going to have this year. Don't forget, he's been a year out of football since he left United Academy, so it's been a year out of football. He's finding a new club. It's a 1-year deal because if he proves himself in this season, he will get a longer deal. So we're not risking it by taking a longer deal. We're giving him this make or break opportunity. Kind of like the Kilo last season, we were brought him on a permanent deal from Palace. It was a 1-year deal because it was a make or break season. He only turned up for the last couple of months. So we couldn't offer him a new contract. We had to let him go. So this is a make or break for Barlow. But I'm happy with the signing after the goals scored in pre-season. Now, let's see him do it at League One level.
Interesting.
And hopefully we'll bring in Lewis Reed next. And I know that Wellens wants to bring in a new holding midfielder, either on loan or permanent. So whether that's Reed and someone else or Reed on its own, that would be great. And we'll see who gets moved on. I know that Ben Blythe's getting loaned out to Spennymoor. Ricky Ravenhill's son Liam's getting loaned out to Darlington, where he used to play for when he was a youngster and back in the day as well. We might move AJ Greaves on loan, but I'd like to see him get first team football. But to be fair, with the quality that we're starting to bring in now, it's going to be hard for some of the youngsters to break through. Like the only youngsters that will break through are the likes of Horton and Seaman, and I guess the back.
So your manager doesn't trust the youth. Okay, cool. Because Ryan Lowe completely has faith in the youth. But I do want to move on briefly. The Doncaster update.
He's brought in a lot of quality that's going to help push the youth to try and break in.
He's brought in a few loanees as well. And I have this thing. I have a phobia against. It's too many for me. I do not like loanees. I echo my manager when I say loanees. Just fuck that shit.
I get that. But apart from the result, good week for Rovers.
Yep, it was a great result for Rovers. I enjoyed seeing the scoreline. 4-0 they lost to Sheffield United. But Kenny, I wanna go to you first. Talk to me about Brandon Williams. Obviously, I think it's well known he'll probably end up out on loan to Southampton. But it is conceivable that he could start the season as United's left back for August. What's your thoughts on that?
I think with Brandon Williams, I think he needs this loan because, of course, when Tellers and Shaw get back, then Brandon Williams back to being what he was last season, which was one game. I think it was like 2 games in every single game or something like that. So yeah, I think he definitely needs the loan because I think he's a decent fullback, and I think he does have a bit of potential with him. But I don't think he'll unlock it here because I think I don't think he'll play enough games at all. Once, of course, Shaw and Tellers come back. He is a decent left back. I'm not that angry with him if he starts the season because he is. I don't think we'd affect our results that much. But I think it would be good for Southampton. Because Southampton, of course, as this all said, they have a bit of a struggle with left backs and right backs.
And
right,
yeah, they've got a bit of an issue on both sides. To be frankly honest with you.
Yeah, and I think Brandon Williams could massively help with that because I think he is probably better than Ryan Bertrand. To be completely honest, I do rate Brandon Williams. I just think he needs to move on for the sake of his career. That's my view on it. But yeah,
well, it's not move on. He's only going out on loan. You're making out that you're selling him. That would be the biggest mistake, is if you sell him, because Trippier's 30 years old. Wan-Bissaka is not good enough at the moment. He's already proven that. He's been woeful. His positioning is appalling. I've seen right backs positioning in League One better than that. His positioning is horrific. He is at fault for so many goals for his positioning, and no one is teaching him. Now, maybe having the experience of Rafael Varane to tell him to fuck off if he gets too close to him, I would probably kick him. I'd just kick him. I'd be like, "No, you're too close to me. If I can kick you, you're too close." Because his positioning is woeful at best. As I've said, he is the best one-on-one defender in the league. His positioning is the worst in the league out of all right backs. Brandon Williams has better positioning than Wan-Bissaka. I'm not even joking. And also, Brandon Williams is better going forward than Wan-Bissaka as well, which is quite shocking that Ollie didn't actually trust Brandon to play any games last season. Because I do actually think right now he's probably better than Wan-Bissaka. Not even joking. But no, it is an interesting one. Do you think he'll start the season at left back then? Obviously, if Tele's injured, you haven't really got many options, have you? If Shaw's not fit enough, obviously he was in the final, wasn't he? So
if Shaw's not,
I don't know when he's coming back or his fitness. I know he had a fractured rib.
If Shaw's not fit enough, then surely he would. Because who else really can play left back?
I don't think have you even got another left back.
I don't think so. I think we've only got the 3. So
didn't you have Ethan? Ethan Leyden ready for the Premier League, that's for sure. It will certainly be an interesting one. But Max, I'll go to you next. Adama Traore. Do you see Adama Traore to Anfield as a good option for both sides? You're muted.
Okay, never mind then. That's better. I don't see this as a big deal, but I don't see it as a particularly small deal either. It's been plenty of chatter apparently, and it's never looked particularly close to being on the table really. Yeah. It wouldn't be the worst. International teammate Thiago, he came to Liverpool from Bayern, did well at Bayern, and then flopped at Liverpool. Don't know whether that's his fault or not. But it's just a case of whether he will fit into our side, because With Mane and Salah going on international duty, then he'd fit in really well. It's just a case of when they come back. This is like, I can't remember who it was, but I think it was Mbappe, because when we were talking about him, he can't fit in all the time. Because if we have Adama Traore and the front three we have right now, then it's not. Moving on. I don't think he's going to get as much game time as he wants. Now, it's not a bad move. It isn't a bad move. I'm just a little bit curious of why Jurgen wants him.
Who do you think? Who do you think won't get enough game time?
See, Traore might not get enough game time, but that means if he plays, Salah might not get enough game time, or Mane might not get enough game time.
Klopp is not. Klopp would never let Adama Traore start above Salah if it was needed. Never.
I was a little bit shocked when I heard this. He's got a good conversion rate and long pass accuracy, and he's created quite a bit of chances. But I don't really see any movement.
I must say his finishing is appalling. His finishing
hasn't been the best. His best goals would have probably been against Manchester City when Liverpool won the league. That's how bad it's been. This might move very slowly, and as Thiago's did, it can alter very dramatically. Diogo Jota came to us from Wolves as well, so they lost him. Very, very, I wouldn't say a big talent, but quite a talent enough to get them goals and everything. So with Jota going, then that's probably one of like a push motivating factor to come to Liverpool. But if he does play left wing instead of right wing for Salah, then it's just going to depend on what happens. I'd probably see him, if we do a 5 at the back, then I would see him going right back or right wing back with Trent next to him, because I can't see him playing anywhere else.
You see Jurgen switching up. You see Jurgen switching up from his normal formation? Because a lot of people have said that Jurgen might switch it up and go for this different formation with 3 at the back. A few people have said that.
It could do.
See, the thing is, that's the thing though. Like with Trent at right back, he's not really going to drop Trent unless he's been absolutely in the past couple of games, like he was last season, in like the first month.
Well, I think that's because Neco Williams isn't much better than Neco Williams. Neco, he's not quite on the level of Trent, is he?
No. But Liverpool now, if VVD's coming back to the starting lineup, which I doubt he is because I haven't heard anything about it yet. But if
he's playing, according to Velvishwan, he's playing 20 minutes tonight, I think.
Interesting. Well, if VVD is back, then you got Van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate at the back in centre back.
Yeah.
Left wing back or left back is going to be Robertson, most likely. It's either he's going to stay with the back 4 and switch out a couple of players every game or two, or
Jesus Christ! What the hell has happened to Velvishwan's hair?
That's why I said okay, moving on, because I looked at him and I was like, no.
Have you grown your hair, Velvishwan?
It's either his hair or he's cut it off his girlfriend.
I would shave that off if I was you.
I mean, she's dead. Wait. Okay. Oh, gosh. No.
Is it a wig?
No, it's my actual hair.
911.
So do you have a wig? I would shave that off. Bellerin, did you put your glasses on after you got your hair done? Shocker. It's not. I would definitely shave that off if I was you.
Shave it off.
What are you doing, Val, with your tongue? Ugh.
I
No,
don't
shave it off.
understand.
Then at least you get
Val,
some cause.
talk to me about Adama Traore, because I was busy making a thumbnail and I wish I never looked back onto the screen now. But yeah, talk to me about Adama Traore. Would you be happy? Would you be happy to see him at Anfield?
In attacking wise, no. If he plays right back or right wing back, then I'll be happy. If he's just there just to come in, pick up the ball, just run, take out defenders if he can, then yeah, sign him. But I don't know why we need him, to be honest.
We don't.
He has
Liverpool
zero
don't need him.
What if he's
They
a
are
Salah
looking into him.
replacement? If Salah leaves, what if he's a Salah replacement?
Salah's not leaving.
No, he's not. Kenny, that is the most dumbest thing you've ever said. He's definitely not a Salah replacement. I'd be
He's
shocked
never
if
going to
he
replace
was.
Salah.
Yeah, but
But
Salah's-
not so. You are going to need to replace. You are going to need to replace Salah at some point, but it's not going to be with Adama fucking Traore.
Even Ismail Sow is more a better signing than Adama Traore.
Yeah, we have FSG.
Yeah, but you will need to replace Adama Traore at some point. I just don't see it being
Replace Adama Traore.
with Salah. I just don't think it will be with Adama Traore, to be honest.
It'd probably be with Mbappe, if anything, which is going to be highly
We could sign Doku because Doku plays both wings. Like he plays right wing for Rennes, or he plays left wing for.
Yeah.
You just got to see this though. Like this deal is not fully on the cards because, like last year and the year before, we had a look at him. We've not got Liverpool. We haven't gone in for him yet. We're looking at him, and as it says on Liverpool Echo, it's not been on the cards for quite a while. And there's not much we can do really because we've got Trent, we've got Robertson, we've got Salah, we've got Mane, we've got Firmino. There's no real place in which it was but there's no real place that he can go. Like I don't see Klopp actually trying anything here. He's going to have to go for a 5-3-2 or he's going to have to go for a 5-2-3. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. And everyone's going to get really, really unhappy and everything's going to go to pot. Because there's just not much to do. And if we did replace Salah, it'd have to be with Mbappe or someone. Because I'm not wasting time on Adama Traore.
You ain't signing Mbappe. Have you? You do know that Liverpool have this thing called a wage structure, and Mbappe blows that to smithereens.
That is a fair point.
You bring in Mbappe, and then you're going to have Virgil van Dijk go, hello, I want 400k. Then you're going to have the likes of Mane and Salah going, we'll take 400k. It completely blows your wage budget to absolute smithereens. But I'll go to you next, Callie. Hector Bellerin. I'm surprised he's still at Arsenal. But yeah.
Yeah, so am I. He should have gone years ago. Not much to say about it, really. I think we covered it yesterday. He's just not good enough. His crossing ability is shocking. The only thing he's really got going for him is his pace, and I think in recent years he seems to have lost it. So, get rid of him. Get 20, maybe to 30 mil for him, and try and get someone in. But we're leaving it a little bit late now, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, obviously, start of the season's quite soon, isn't it? So
yeah.
I don't. When do you fix it? Like, whoever you're bringing in is not going to have any time to sort of adapt with the squad, is he? So
that sums us up big time, though, doesn't it?
It does. It does sum up. Yeah, it does sum up Arsenal pretty damn well. Optimistic for this season. I don't even know if optimism is the right word with Arsenal.
No, I am. I think we finished last season quite well.
I suppose if you're doing
some kind of Europe.
If you're doing an Arsenal career mode on FIFA, you could be optimistic for that, I suppose. But
my Football Manager career mode last year was unbelievable.
That is the only way Arsenal are winning a title if you do it on FIFA. Well, within the next 10 years at least.
Not far wrong. Not far wrong.
You never know.
Certainly not with Arteta. I definitely don't see Arteta being anywhere near good enough, in my opinion. A big up to Wolf in the chat as well. How are we doing, Wolf?
For a while, geez.
I know, it's great to see Wolf. But I'll go to you, RJ, next. Talk to me about Trippier and then Brandon Williams, because they're sort of linked, aren't they? Because we're expecting Brandon Williams is probably going to be your starting left back for the season, because Luke Shaw. I don't think Luke Shaw's going to be fit enough to start the season against Leeds. I don't even think he's not even back in training yet. He's not even back in training, and he had a fracture. And he had a fractured rib in the Euros, so he's. Yeah, I don't think United are going to start him. I don't think he's fit enough to start the season. Alex Telles is sidelined until September with an ankle injury. So, with Trippier expected to come towards the end of the window, it does look like Brandon Williams is going to be playing some part of United season in September.
I mean, possibly. I mean, the thing about Shaw, as what I heard was, yes, he does have the rib injury. That is correct. However, he had that for the final of the Euro. So, like I said, he is able to play through it, but I don't think we should really take our chances and play him in the first game against Leeds. No offense to Leeds, you are a team where we can use Dan James to look like Lionel Messi sometimes.
Well, the thing with it is, would you rather just save him, play Brandon for a couple of games at left back?
The thing is, Brandon doesn't play well at right back or left back. He doesn't. He doesn't.
Mate, his breakout season was at left back, and he was one of your best players.
Mate, he's just not. Yesterday, watching him, he was not good.
What would you like to do, RJ? Because you don't have anyone. Telles is injured. Wan-Bissaka is a right back. So who would you like to play at left back?
I mean, sure, I wouldn't even start Delo either. I mean, Delo yesterday was shocking.
We all know that. So who would you start at left back then?
I don't know.
And don't forget, you did just say the words. It's
just
only
one
Leeds
game with Dalo, man. Come on, give him a chance.
I think Dallo will end up at AC Milan. I do have that feeling.
You can't just judge phase of one game and say he's shit already.
No, I just don't think Ollie rates him. And to be fair, Dallo has had plenty of opportunities at United. He's not looked great in any of them, really. But no, Brandon is one that I think you could easily play him for left back against Leeds. I mean, you did just say that Dan James, mate. They made Dan James look good, so why couldn't they?
But the thing with what's his face, Brandon Williams is we're trying to move him to a right back. We're not trying to keep him at left.
Well, no, I completely understand that, RJ, and it does make complete sense because he is right-footed. But you are lacking options right now because with Telles injured and Shaw maybe not fit enough to start the season, you're gonna have to play Brandon Williams, aren't you? He's shocked by my tactical analysis of Brandon Williams and the tactical depth at Old Trafford. That he's stunned silence. Stunned silence. Areola to West Ham is done though. We finally made a signing. Good Sancho signing. And Varane. Rice to United. He's already at United. Yeah, West Ham United. RJ, are you there, mate?
Seems he isn't.
It does appear that he is not. What about the rest of you? I mean, Brandon Williams, is he good enough to start for United at left back for a couple of games in August?
Considering our running for a couple of games, yeah, definitely.
What about the rest of you?
It depends if you're just gonna loan him out, then you just might as well keep him. If you want him gone from your club, then just
I
sell him.
don't think it's necessarily want him gone. So the way I see it happening is right now Tellez is injured until September. Now we're not thinking it's anything long term, so it shouldn't impact any sort of issues like that. But I do see I do see it being okay to play him for the first few games in August. I mean, he played there for United in his first season, breakout season, didn't he? And then they can get him out on loan because Trippier does look like it's going to be towards the end of the transfer window. Brandon could easily fill a gap at left back for August, couldn't he? I mean, it's not like you're back, RJ.
Apologies, yeah, something happened. So.
That's all right. I was just basically saying that he's not that bad to play for left back a couple of games. It's not like you're playing any of the big six, and then you can let him go out on loan. Probably when you bring in Trippier, which it appears
When
will
is
probably be near
deadline day?
31st of August.
31st of August, yeah, end of next month.
So what are the
Also-
games for United?
Our first 10 games are the easiest out of everyone, if I'm really honest. So we start off with Leeds. Then we...
That's not
hold on.
easy.
Well, I mean, the way we play against Leeds, we can make it easy for ourselves.
Okay.
We're playing Southampton, Wolves, Newcastle, West Ham, Villa, Everton. Then we go on to October, where we have Leicester, Liverpool, Spurs, Man City, Watford.
Hold on.
Arsenal.
What was your first? What was so?
So the first few games we have.
Say your first 3 games again, please.
Leeds,
Yeah.
Southampton, Wolves.
First
I think
3. I just want
Southampton-
the first 3.
Yeah, Leeds, Southampton, Wolves.
Right. So
Yeah, that's fine.
for me, yes, you should be able to beat Leeds, and yes, you could play Brandon against Leeds.
I'd play
You
him
could
against
play Brandon
Southampton.
against. You could easily also play him against Southampton because, to be brutally honest, they want him out on. They want him on loan. Even if he were to go to Southampton,
So
it'd be
audition for Brandon Williams.
Yeah, he wouldn't be allowed to play against United anyway because you've loaned him out to Southampton. So you might as well play him against Southampton. And then against Wolves, I would also probably play Brandon Williams against Wolves. Neto is injured, so he will have an easier time. And I mean, Adama Traore is. But last time I checked, Jimenez played up front, didn't he?
Adama Traore needs
Still
a target,
probably.
man. If there's no target, man,
Jimenez plays up front, so that's Maguire and Varane's issue, not Williams. Williams is right back. Jimenez don't move over to the wing. He is a target man who's gonna eat his dinner in the box. So you could easily play him against the first 3 teams you just mentioned, and then bring in Shaw, be a bit fresher. He probably won't have a broken rib by that point. And then you get him out on loan, and Trippier comes in because deadline day is Tuesday, 31st of August.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's really up to Ole what he wants to do. Yeah, at the end of the day, sure, I could even see Ole going to a back 3 potentially if he's doing thing with Wan-Bissaka. If he did a thing with Wan-Bissaka.
Why would United fans allow that shit at their club?
I don't know.
Why would you ever allow a 3 at the back? If I was a United fan, I would never allow a 3 at the back. I would riot. I would riot if you played 3.
They take that games about.
Yeah, but they didn't have Varane and Maguire at that time, mate. You've apparently got two of the best centre backs in the league. You don't need to play 3 centre backs. Only because Wan-Bissaka's position.
Top 5 in the world.
Yeah, you got Maguire, who's proven to be top 3 in the league. So, for me, when you've got them 2, you really shouldn't need to play 3 at the back, should you?
I mean, but it does then solve the fact that we don't really need to let players like Pogba, Bruno stay back or anything like that. If we have 3 players who are constantly stay back,
You shouldn't need to anyway.
I mean, with the CDM, we do need to. That's the thing.
If you bring in a CDM with that CDM with Varia, there you go, Varia. We've come up with a name, Varia. With them 2 and Varia,
Sounds like a bloody mutant into like dragon just come from the back house.
It's either McGann. It's either McGann. No. Yeah, McGann or Varaya. Which would you like?
To be fair, Varaya sounds kind of cool in the sense.
There you go, because McGann sounds like a Renault Megane. So you've got if you get a CDM with Varaya, surely that should work. that should be more than enough defensive cover with Wan-Bissaka if he's learned how to position himself. I mean, he does have Varane, and I do think Varane is just going to kick him if he gets too close. That's what I would do. I'll just get Varane to kick him if Wan-Bissaka comes too close. Just kick him and be like, "Nah, you've come too close. If I can kick you, you're too close."
Can Varane speak English?
Yeah, he's fluent in English.
Okay.
So is his brother.
Because I imagine if he didn't speak English, Maguire's like, "What the fuck are you saying?"
Yeah, no, it fits Maguire's Brexit idea of English-speaking centre back. He's French, but he speaks English. I remember when was it the United? It was probably a United show that that information came out that Maguire wanted an English-speaking centre back, and everyone on the panel was like, "Right, that's not up to him." But no, it is one of them. Look, Brandon could easily do the job for the first 3 games. I'd say so anyway. I mean, United shouldn't need to do this 3 at the back. If Ollie plays 3 at the back, I expect fans to riot. I do. I expect them on the field protesting and getting him out of the club, because United, with 2 of the best centre backs in the league, should never have to play 3 at the back.
They only play back 3 if either one of Varane or Maguire gets injured.
And that's fine. If you want to play a back 3 of Lindelof, Varane with, I don't know, Bailly, that I can understand. But when you're having to play a 3 at the back with Varane and Maguire, you've got some serious tactical issues there. That's my opinion. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah. Like, you just got Maguire, Varane, they don't even need a back 3. Just back 2,
Yeah.
those 2 are fine. Because you got one who's good aerially.
Well, both of them are brilliant aerially, and Varane's got pace. So you really don't need to play 3 at the back. It's not like you need recovery pace, because Varane has got that recovery pace. He's a nippy centre-back, isn't he? He's a nippy one. But look, we'll get into all of that. We've got the United show tomorrow, so I'm sure that RJ is well prepared for that one. Are you prepared for that, RJ? Got your questions and talking points?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just as prepared as Liverpool in this transfer window. So
it's fine. I haven't prepared the other shows either. But that actually leads me perfectly, because tomorrow we have got the return of the individual shows. We've got the Chelsea show at 6 p.m, the Liverpool show at 8 p.m, followed by the United show hosted by that man at 10 p.m. So they're all back tomorrow. Should be an interesting one. First day back. I know what I've got planned for I know one of the segments. We're going to be creating what we think is going to be, well, not what I think, what they think is going to be their strongest team for next season with the players they've got now. So if Chelsea cannot include Haaland into this, he is not a Chelsea player yet. Liverpool cannot include Mbappe because he's not a Liverpool player. And United can include Sancho and Varane because they are United players. But they cannot include Trippier.
Wait, but Varane, I haven't seen Varane in the United shirt.
He has signed for them, though.
yeah.
Our goal show on Fridays as well. No, it ain't. Our goal show's Wednesdays, mate.
Well, why are you showing?
Liam, the Argyle show is on Wednesdays. Match previews for the Saturday on Fridays, not the Argyle show.
Kenny?
Well, why are you showing your chest, man? What is the point?
What chest?
So you're showing your chest.
Where? This is not my chest.
You're showing your man-tits.
Right,
Kenny, you can't say.
Where's my
anything.
man-tits,
It's up
bro?
on camera.
Kenny,
Where's my man?
Kenny, can you do me a favour and shut up? Thank you. Wolf says Liverpool show in the bin. and Arsenal
I
show.
will pull my
equals
shirt off
fans.
right now, Kenny, to prove it.
Haha, right. Yeah, no, our Guile show is Wednesdays. Match previews are on Fridays. Yeah, don't confuse me like that. But yeah, all the individual shows back tomorrow. Don't forget, we've also got Formula One from Budapest this weekend. So got some F1 watch-alongs as well. So transfer talk.
Fuck Lewis
slowly.
Hamilton.
I agree. But before we go, do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well with notifications on. Check out our socials, Twitter, Let's Talk EPL, Instagram, Let's Talk EPL _, and on TikTok, Let's Talk Premier League. Aaron, where can they find you, bro?
Find me on Twitter at Aaron_Challoner, Instagram at Aaron Challoner Official, TikTok at Aaron Challoner, Snapchat Coach_Challoner19, Coach Challoner Pro Football DRFC on YouTube. Thanks to everyone, the hundreds and nearly thousands of you that tuned into that stream for the live Fiesta Texas announcement. It turned out to be a wonderful announcement. Brand new dive coaster, summer 2022. Hopefully try and grab the money together to try and fly to Texas for that next year. And yeah, I'm going to put the Sheffield United result aside and we'll move on to our last preseason game against Harrogate. And we'll hopefully get some new sounds through the door. So cannot wait.
Okay, so we worked out the Velverswan sauce was a daily star for Pogba, which is shocking. So Velverswan, where can they find you?
Wait, why do you... Is it me or is Kenny flying overnight at the moment?
I have
What?
no idea.
What?
Yeah, the screen was lagging. It's probably on my screen because I just saw Kenny and Now together for some reason. Oh, anyways, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram at Vel_skills and fuck FSG, them Lipsy twats. That's what I'm calling them.
I hear that. I do hear that. Not very. And Kenny, where can they find you?
You can find me at Sancho is here on Twitter, Let's Talk EPL as well. Me and I are the admins. Kenny TV on YouTube and Kenny the United fan on Twitch.
Perfect. We'll be back at 10 p.m. for more transfer talk. By this time, it's getting fucking boring doing transfer talk. I will
Kenny,
say
where's
that
your
much.
beard up?
I'll be glad when the transfer window is kabanged. We don't have to deal with it anymore.
Kabang.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, transfer window it's got boring now because none of you are doing business. United have done theirs. Liverpool don't know what transfer looks like.
No, we're signing
Arsenal are incompetent and Chelsea are
signing
faffing around.
And we've done way more business than we expected we were going to do. And we've got
but I'm not covering Doncaster's transfer business. No offense.
By the way, Troy Parrott's been pitched outside MK Dons, so it looks like he's going to be signing on loan from Spurs.
Brilliant. I'm sure they'll love that. He was absolutely dog shit for Ipswich and scored one goal. Ironically, that one goal was against.
Harrogate. Well, I think MK Dons will do some underrated business season. Ipswich, they're doing business like they're thinking they're going to walk the league. They've replaced Parrott with Chaplin, Burns.
MK Dons are not going to be doing good business if they're getting Troy Parrott on loan. Man scored one goal, for goodness sake. One goal. It was against us, of course.
No, when you talk about Troy Parrott's generational.
I mean the other business. No. I mean the other business.
Yeah, other business may be good. But, we'll talk about that on Monday. I need to talk to you lot about Monday anyway, because you lot need to put in what games you want covered for the previews. So I need to start doing that today. In fact, I might do that in a second. But until next time, or until 10 p.m. tonight, I'll be on Liam's channel at 5 previewing Torquay versus Argyle. Then I might actually go and play some FIFA. But until then, guys, thanks for watching and peace out.
Cheers.